Welcome back to Newport Gulls pregame show. This is the Manager Show, and I'm joined, as always, by the manager of the Newport Gulls, Mike Coombs and Skip. Wednesday was kind of tough. The team gets down here. Everybody's in uniform, goes through BP, infield, outfield. We get the national anthem in, and then the reins of biblical proportions start falling here on Cardines Field. What does that do as compared to having a game rained out to the team as far as being here, being ready to go for a ball game? Your pitchers are already warmed up, and then everything has to get shut down.
Rob, you put the uniform on, you want to play. Come out here, you do all that stuff, just what you said. You want to get after it, get it in. Now we've got to do a split double header with them next week, I think it is. We got to do a split deal where we'll play them here in the early afternoon and get on a bus and go over to their place and play them. So
it's going to be a long day here. But this is something that's part of the grind here in the NECBL, something that this team is accustomed to, did a lot last year. Speaking of last year, the Gulls this year are in a much better place than they were last year. At this point last year, they're in the middle of that 11 out of 13 game losing streak. Right now they come in 18-11. What's the main difference last year to this year aside from injury?
Probably 5 games in the loss column. We were 18-16. And now at this point, right now, we're 18-11, and it's all good. I mean, we're still not on a big roll, but we got a little mojo going here and there. But I feel very confident with Brody on the mound tonight.
Now Brody's going tonight against the Bay Sox. The season series is 3-2 in favor of the Newport Gulls against the Bay Sox. How important is it to get series wins against your Southern Division opponents going into this grind here?
Yeah, you don't want to split with them. You want to take the series. I mean, we lost a game here a while ago, 8-3, and which wasn't, we didn't play well at all, and just wasn't one of those good games, and so thus they took a W out of here, and I guess they got one at their place. Yeah. So, I'd definitely like to get them tonight.
Now, looking a little bit past tonight and tomorrow in Mystic, the NECBL All-Star Game is Sunday. You've been selected, along with your coaching staff, to coach the Southern Division team. And this is, if I remember the count right, this is what, your 4th or 5th time doing the All-Star Game for the NECBL for either the Southern or Eastern Division?
Nick knows.
Nick. No, I don't want to talk to him any longer than I have to. And he's my boss, and I mean that with all due respect.
Nick is the guy. He's got all the stats on that. In fact, we were at Chuck's last night, and we couldn't figure out who played third base on the 06 team or whatever, and I texted Nick, and boom, he got it right like that. He was out having a few bevies with his lovely girlfriend, and, boy, he texted right back and said, yeah, this is it. And I go, wow, he knew it. He knew it. He knew it. It was too funny.
But going into the All-Star Game, what does it mean to coach not only players that you have 9 players going from the Newport Gulls, but some of the best players in our division, featuring some of the best players across the country here up in Sanford this Sunday? What does it mean to coach that type of squad, and what kind of strategy goes into it? Because there's going to be over 100 Major League scouts there trying to get a look at every one of these guys.
It's an honor to be able to do that. Of course, your team had to be in first place in a certain amount of time, and we got in by a squeak. I think a half a game. They lost one, we won one, and pushed us in or something. That was, or else the guy from Mystic would be going. But there's no big. My major concern is not to get anybody hurt and have somebody on another club say, "Oh man, you abused my kid," or you didn't. We won't be doing any hitting and running. We won't be, if they want to steal on your own, pick and choose. Just don't mess up the guys at bat, and keep it simple. That's all. I mean, it's a showcase to show what the kids can do. I don't want to have to go up there and put on a suicide squeeze bunt or a sacrifice bunt. No. You're here to show what you got. Swing the bat. Swing it. Let's go. We'll play 2 9-full innings, no matter what the score is in the top of the ninth, and play it full all the way out so every pitcher gets a chance to get out there and showcase their talent.
Now, is there a conversation, you just said that you don't want guys from other clubs coming in and talking about how their players were used or maybe misused. Is there a conversation between all the other managers in the South when you go up there to say, hey, I only want this guy going X amount of innings or things like that?
No, I haven't had that in the past, but I've had kids come and say, hey, I'm a little tender or something, and I'll go, what do you want to do? You tell me what you want to do. And I'll have another one of my coaches there, or his coach may even be there and may say, yeah, limit him to 15 pitches, get somebody else ready. So, it can happen, especially if you're dogfighting now this time of year to get your wins, to get you into your playoffs or get your first seed or whatever. Sometimes you don't, we bumped Mertz during the week here. He didn't get a start this week because I want him to go up and showcase his talent. Wegman, I'm kind of watching with him too. Spagnola, I'm watching with him too, because I want them to be fresh on that Sunday so they can go up there and throw their inning and impress.
Well, Coach, before we get to the fun of Sunday, we have a big game here to win tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is the manager of the Newport Gulls, Mike Coombs. The New Bedford Bay Sox take on the Newport Gulls here tonight at Cardines Field. The Gulls look to take the season series 4-2. I'll have the call with Tom Porter as the NECBL Broadcast Network brings you the Newport Gulls pregame show, and it continues next.